about it is to share my electronic diary with you.
Go.
This is the first entry in my hurricane diary, and I have two fears as I watch darkness come Friday evening here at Corpus Christi. One fear is that I will miss Hurricane Allen. And the second fear, I think worse, that I will find him. The 175-mile-an-hour winds around his eye sound life-threatening. The second entry, it's dawn Saturday, and we begin our stop-motion look at the view southeastward across Corpus Christi. The winds are gusty, squalls of rain come in, rough water in the Gulf greeting the sunrise. The satellite pictures show Allen's eye off the coast southeast of Brownsville. Do I want to go there at the last minute to try to get in the heart of the storm? Is it my fear or is it meteorological judgment? I don't know, but I'm made up my mind. I'm staying here. Third entry, it's mid-morning and the weather is getting worse. The radar at Brownsville shows the eye stalled off the coast southeast of there. Fourth entry, the storm is now edging westward. It's midday and it looks very grim for Brownsville, and I'm very glad that I'm not there. This isn't like the average hurricane, which builds quickly, hits hard, and then moves away quickly. This is one of the most intense hurricanes ever and one of the slowest. For me, each squall is getting worse, but it's like watching the clock. But I'm sure of this, I'm glad I'm not in Brownsville. Radar and satellite indicate the eye and its surrounding 175-mile-an-hour winds edging toward Brownsville. The Brownsville Weather Service observer signs off his message with, "God help us." And we all worry about Brownsville. Evening is coming, fifth entry in the diary. It's been a very frustrating day. The storm is built very slowly. Our winds and the now frequent squalls are near hurricane force, the rain much heavier, the tide and waves much higher, and darkness is coming, and the storm goes on and on. Entry number 6, midnight, and the storm is really frightening. The radar shows the eye turning northwesterly. The eye is over the southern tip of Padre Island, then over the bay and making landfall. And I've had all that I bargained for. Our building is swaying, part of the roof is blowing off, lights are going out in sections of the city, and our stop-motion view goes on. Entry number 7. 7's not so lucky for us. Dawn is here, and I have endured as much of a steady hurricane-force wind as I ever want to. But yet our barometer continues to fall, and the eye of the hurricane, though ashore, still has top winds of 110 miles an hour, and the eye is still moving closer to us. It's fascinating to observe the shifting winds as they spiral counterclockwise toward the eye and as it moves nearer. Diary entry number 8. It's noon Sunday, and we have been in constant hurricane conditions for hours and hours. The rain now comes in constant torrents. The wind rarely lets up. Peak gust here over 90 miles an hour. The waves are breaking over that 2-story motel and into the street. We know now that we are trapped here in Corpus Christi, at least for the rest of today. Diary entry number 9. You have seen 48 hours stepped up by stop motion in less than 4 minutes. But I have endured this incredibly long hurricane. Entry 10. The storm is slowly easing, and boy, am I grateful. But where is the blue sky? It seems as though it may not come for days.
John, how frightening, how frightening. I've never seen a hurricane in that way before. My goodness. John, for a moment, let's go down to Dr. Neil Frank at the Hurricane Center in Miami. Dr. Frank, what's your job down there? What is it you do to help protect us?
Okay, we're part of the NOAA organization, and our responsibility here at this center is to track hurricanes like this. Let me say a word about Allen, David. Even though Allen was bad and over 100 people lost their lives, it could have been much worse if that storm, at its most intense part, had moved across some of our vulnerable coastal areas. And that's what our primary concern is.
How did you track this one? How did you do it?
Okay, we have satellites. NOAA has a number of weather satellites that are in orbit. We use one that is in orbit about 22,000 miles in space. We get a picture from that satellite every 30 minutes, both day and night, and we can make movies with that. And as you can see, the sequence of the hurricane here for a 2-day period as it crosses the coast and then ends up on into the southern part of Texas and the northern part of Mexico.
How big was that storm in miles across?
Well, even though the overall cloud shield may be 400 or 500 miles, it's that interior 50-mile core that we worry about, and it was that core that passed just north of Brownsville, south of Corpus Christi, and so the damage they had down there was much less than it could have been.
When does a bad storm become a hurricane? When do you identify it as a hurricane?
Well, 75-mile-an-hour winds, then we label it a hurricane.
What can we do to protect ourselves if we're in the path of a hurricane, Dr. Frank?
Well, our primary concern right now is a lot of people who live along the offshore barrier islands just don't know how bad conditions can be, and we have a tremendous education process so that those people will be alert to what they might expect when a bad hurricane does approach.
Dr. Neil Frank, the National Hurricane Center in Miami, thanks for joining us this morning. John, where is the storm right now? What can be expected from it?
The storm has weakened into a tropical storm now, top winds 40, 45 miles an hour. And it's gone up the Rio Grande Valley, and the center is now in Mexico, just south of the Big Bend of Texas. And what it's going to do is produce a lot of flooding today from the Big Bend country to the hill country to the Edwards Plateau in South Texas, an area that was in drought just 48 hours ago, David.
John Coleman, thank you. Good to have you with us. See you tomorrow morning. It's 5 minutes before 9. We'll be back after these words from General Foods. Good seasons.